Behind each Chanel watch, there's an undeniable creative spirit. The proof of this? The 22 models in the Capsule Interstellar collection. However, Gabrielle Chanel always found watches insignificant, and she never wore them. Perhaps she would have changed her mind in front of these models that have become iconic in less than 40 years of existence. Premiere, Boyfriend, Code Coco, and especially the J12. In this box, the J12 comes in 7 copies and illustrates the course of the moon between matte black ceramic and white ceramic. As soon as it was released at Watches and Wonders, this unique piece was reserved by a fine connoisseur for €250,000. Watchmaking UFOs, the J12 Cybernetic and its big sister Hyper Cybernetic, paved with diamonds, have shaken up the codes with their offset pixels. It's space, science fiction, and galaxies that largely inspired the models that are being revealed. While the J12 stands the test of time thanks to its still popular design, dreamt up by Jacques Elleux, artistic director of watchmaking and jewelry, until his death in 2007, it's above all thanks to the ceramic that composes it. It overcomes all the most rigorous tests, simulated in extreme conditions, under millions of abrasive grains, thousands of shocks, and dozens of hours spent under the UV rays of the sun. And when the space shuttle, Constellation, or impertinent Coco slip onto its dial, they almost eclipse the Solitaire, which turns on itself in the case of the J12 Tourbillon Diamant Caliber 5, in a limited edition of 55 pieces. Count on spending more than €100,000 to buy it. Chanel never fails to highlight the know-how of haute couture professions, and that's the case with this breathtaking series dedicated to artistic crafts. Mademoiselle Privée Pique Aiguille is intended to be an evocation of the intimate universe of Gabrielle Chanel, at the crossroads of haute horlogerie and artistic craftsmanship, because the designer never left her pair of scissors, which she wore as a necklace attached to a ribbon, and her needle stick as a bracelet on her wrist. Inspired by the needle picker, a seamstress's tool, each creation is equipped with an unusual case on which a curved glass rests. Made in gold, diamonds, mother of pearl, or onyx, the haute couture symbols of the house adorn the dials of these exceptional watches. 5 unique timepieces which come with a number of tiny nods to the hard-working hands of the workshops. Miniature scissors, embroidery, pearls, and tweed take pride of place in a jacket being made. Here, it's an embroidery of 917 diamonds, which sparkle in a snow setting over 55 millimeters. And then a throw of jewelry which invades the XXL dial. When it's not quilted leather, the DNA of Chanel bags and their famous chain, which stands out on the composition of icons. And it's the art of lace, which hides a quartz movement, camellia lace of course. Limited editions of 20 copies each, for which a collector who wishes to acquire one will have to pay more than €200,000. We don't know if it's Margot Robbie or Penelope Cruz, ambassadors of the house, who are part of it, but they are in any case sporting the J12, whose name is inspired by the J-Class racing yacht. You should know that each Chanel watch is first of all an idea that comes to life at the Watchmaking Creation Studio, directed by Arnaud Chastain. This studio is located on Place Vendôme in Paris, a few steps from Rue Cambon, the epicenter of the Chanel universe. At Chanel, gold and diamond buttons and cuffs are always there. Chanel buttons are one of Arnaud Chassaing's obsessions, who's always collected them. A source of inspiration since we discover here lion buttons, which give an air of precious jewels to cuff watches, like this Mademoiselle Privé lion button in black titanium, a tribute to the astrological sign of Gabrielle Chanel. The Code Coco Cyber Gold watch in calfskin is a demonstration of all the codes of the Chanel bag, quilted with black trim and well-known clasp, a little more refined, a princess-cut diamond. Among the premier watches, a model born in 1987, a favorite for this little intergalactic robot in limited edition at 26,000 euros. Black ceramic, titanium, yellow gold, diamonds, black rubber, black lacquered dial. And still talking of materials, the work around sapphire is available on these 3 emblematic models of the Interstellar Capsule collection. On the Premier watch with a 2.1 caliber, an all-sapphire dial, and on the J12, transparency plays a role across the entire watch. In addition to the frosted effect of the handmade structure, we notice the exceptional work of the baguette diamonds, as on the J12 Starlight, which has 214 diamonds on its dial for a limited edition of 20 pieces, or on the Premier Hyper Lucky Star with its star charms for around 130,000 euros. Diamonds are everywhere at Chanel since 1932 and the diamond jewelry collection. It goes perfectly with ceramics, a perfect marriage of white and black, the Coco codes, or the fundamental axiom of Chanel.